You're listening to Good Company. I'm Holly Taylor, and I'm so excited because it's time. Robyn Roste, our Good Company correspondent, is joining us once again. Robyn, how are you doing?
Holly, you can't see me right now, but I'm throwing fake confetti over my head in celebration of being here.
I got a mental image of that, and I also I'm anticipating that's not true, but...
No, it was for real. It happened.
Okay, cool. Well, I feel like it's been a while since we've had a chance to chat.
It's true, and I've missed you.
Oh, I've missed you too. It just means I have to fly out to BC, and then we can hang out, and I don't know, what do you do in BC? We'll go hiking.
Yeah,
that's what you guys do, right?
Yeah, we slap mosquitoes.
That might be a bit of a stereotype, I think, possibly. But actually,
no, we'll go hiking.
Oh, okay, good. I will bring my hiking shoes. But there is something that originated in your neck of the woods. I don't know if you are aware that in Victoria, British Columbia, so what, a day drive for you, plus a ferry ride?
Just a jaunt.
A hip a hop across the water. Victoria, 1994, they had a National Forgiveness Day, and then they renamed it Global Forgiveness Day, and now it's a thing.
I love it. I was not aware, but also not surprised.
Kind of seems like a Victoria thing. Let's just forgive everybody. They're so nice there.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So let's talk forgiveness today. We were just talking about some of the ways to celebrate a Global Forgiveness Day, but forgiveness can be a really challenging thing, can't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's probably the hardest thing, I would say.
And sometimes, and maybe this is just me, and maybe it's TMI, I don't know, but I feel like I owe it to myself not to forgive that person. Like if I forgive them, then I'm validating what they did to me. And that's not the best way of looking at it.
Yeah, I think the story we tell ourselves is we're letting someone off the hook and making it okay if we let it go. But, as we know, that's actually not what's happening.
Yeah, and that's just like the emotions talking louder than reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's important to forgive, not always forgetting, but just forgiving and letting go, because then you are free instead of holding tightly to that situation or that person that hurt you.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're not letting it go, you just let that thing continue to impact you and affect you. Yeah. Letting it go, it's freeing.
Yeah. It's like a rock, holding on to that situation that made you feel bad. It makes you feel low. It weighs you down. But if you can release that rock, then you are free. And you can separate yourself from that situation or that person who hurt you.
Yeah, that's super visual. I visualize like a balloon, which is a blob, and it's a brown-gray cloud that follows me around and makes me sad. That's what I imagine it like.
Oh.
Like not letting things go or holding a grudge.
Yeah, exactly. So what are some of the things that you've been able to use, like tool-wise, to help that forgiveness process?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is realizing that justice is not mine. So as offended as I am or as unfair as it was, like it's not up to me to serve justice. So yeah, it happened. It wasn't fair. It wasn't right. It was wrong, in fact. And that's all true. And I think feeling those feelings is good, but then also being like, you know what? Justice is the Lord's. I give it to him. He's going to take care of it. And I just have to believe that.
Yeah. I kind of approach it in two ways. Number one, because I'm competitive. If I forgive, I win. The more healthier way, depending on the other situation, is I have to remember that forgiveness is a journey. And kind of like grief, you never know when the seeds of unforgiveness will creep back in. Because sometimes it's just more comfortable to sit in the grossness of it. Like it's kind of what you're used to. And it's harder to switch into a mode of forgiveness. And so you've got days where you're like, I totally forgive that person. You totally do feel free. And then there's days where you're like, oh, yeah, I got to give this one back to God. I took it out of his hands by mistake. I got to give it back and place it in the palm of his hand so he can take care of that and take it away from me.
Yeah, for sure. And I know feeling like you can feel powerful holding on to this unforgiveness. Like I'm withholding it from this person who's injured me or harmed me. But that power is actually not from God at all. And we're giving an opening for bad things. And we just have to keep that in mind. This is powerful stuff. Forgiveness is super powerful. Not forgiving is also powerful. So it's like, which power are you going to give into?
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to use your emotions and feelings for the benefit of a situation or to harm in other ways.
Yes. And then you're no better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Why did I talk to you? I just want to hold on to my unforgiveness.
Well, you know what? I do too. So this is a good reminder.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I know you do a lot of writing. Over the years, what are some of the things you've uncovered about forgiveness?
I think the biggest thing is that when you don't forgive, you're actually like, in essence, putting a wedge between you and God, like you and God. And that's like something we don't really think about. But when we are withholding something that God has told us to do, because it's very clear in the Bible, we're damaging our prayer life, we're damaging our relationship with God, we're damaging our joy. Like there is just so much personal, I guess, fallout when we do not forgive. That's what what has become super clear to me, that we just like having this standoff with, I guess, ourselves, our emotions, and not giving in, not because, it's not fair. And we only want to forgive if the person says they're sorry or if they act, remorseful. But that's not what forgiveness is. It's actually demonstrating grace, just like God demonstrated grace to us. We're just following through with that. So yeah, I mean, it's a huge, huge thing to actually do this. And it's something we have to work at every day. Like you said, it keeps creeping back in. Mm-hmm.
It's like weeds. The weeds of unforgiveness. You always have to be out there and do the dirty work and the hard work and get those weeds out of the garden so that you can be a person who feels content and at peace with where they are.
And really, you have to let go of it. Like, you can't just say, I forgive you, and then like hold on to it and bring it up every time that you feel, sad or grumpy or hurt, because that's not actually forgiveness.
Yeah. And there's just something too about the power of forgiveness. I know we kind of already talked about it, but forgiveness really does hold you back. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people hurt us and they don't even know. And then you're living in this situation like, that person's so mean, and you don't forgive them. They don't even know. You're the one that's sinking, not them. You're the one that's being affected. Your ministry is being affected.
Exactly. Yeah, your witness, your ministry, your impact, just everything. Yeah, we just got to let it go. We got to rise above it.
Yeah, and in the days that we can't, I remember sitting through a seminar about forgiveness, and it's a choice. I choose to forgive this person. God, please be the power within me to forgive, because I am not strong enough to forgive on my own. And then it's freeing.
Yeah. And it's an absolute miracle when we can forgive, because by all accounts, we shouldn't, right? They have hurt us. They've done something wrong against us. We're harmed, and we don't want to discount that at all. But yeah, there is a bigger work here, and God is taking care of us. He's protecting us. He will make sure that desserts are served, and he will help us forgive.
Yeah. Amen. Robyn, I love it when you stop by and we get a chance to talk about various things. And I love the wisdom you infuse into the questions I throw your way.
This is a difficult topic, but I'm happy to talk about it.
Amazing. Well, have a wonderful weekend, Robyn, and we'll do this again in about a month or so.
Sounds good.